Okie dokie. We'll give everybody a second to get in here before we get going too much.
Get going too much.
I know
we have so much to do today.
I can't get going before noon.
Nobody can
But
get
it's
going
noon now,
before
so
noon.
I have to get going now. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our May live chat. It's been about a month since we saw you last. If you only come to the live chats, and I don't know why you would do that, because we make a video every Friday, and I think they're much better than our live chats. That's just me, but...
If you like to hear us sing, there's at least one of them that's better
I think
than our
that's
live
pretty
chat.
cool. I think Random Encounters is good for people that like singing. So yeah, I'm AJ. You probably knew that. I'm in a lot of the videos, and I write the music, and I get to direct a lot of videos, and I have a lot of fun. And who are my lovely cohorts today?
I'm Gwen, and I'm putting my phone down now. And I...
Bad girl. Bad girl.
Occasionally am in the videos, and I occasionally work on the costumes in the videos, and I occasionally work on other things, like First Prize. He's
Woohoo.
mine. I'm always working on him.
I love him. He's great. You've got more work for him, don't you?
I do. I have to put his wheels back on.
Poor First Prize lost a wheel. Ugh.
He didn't lose a wheel.
Poor First Prize had one stolen off of him.
Junkrat borrowed one of First
Ah.
Prize's wheels because he really needed,
He
a
needed
rip
a
tire.
jump. Yeah. So, well, I'm glad that they were able to share a tire, but now I think First Prize should have it back.
Yeah, I'm really amazed that Junkrat both blew up the rip tire and can still give it back to First Prize.
I'm Nate. I do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and I'm also in front of the camera sometimes as well.
Hi,
You
Nate.
probably saw me as Super Mario. recently.
Mario.
I'm also, Baldy and Granny and Eggman
Eggman.
and
Oh, I like him.
the other things.
You're all the coolest people.
You're Eggman in the Sonic movie. You're that Dr.
In
Eggman.
our Sonic.
You're Dr.
movie.
Eggman, played by Jim Carrey.
Yes, that is me. I am he.
We should introduce a couple of our moderators that are in the video today. I just saw one right there. Neff and Joe is here moderating for us. Is anybody else here?
It sounded like Malcolm might be on in a minute.
Okay.
And I think other than that, it might be Neff. So, guys,
Wow.
be super nice to Neff today. She is both incredibly awesome and also only one person. So, do your very best, please, to follow our rules, which we'll lay out for you in just a second. But also, just be super respectful of Neff. She's been with us for a really long time. We love her. I mean,
Yeah.
And she usually has a lot of really good information for you guys, and it's just a really good backup for us. So
Yeah,
please treat her well.
She's not a hired stranger. She is a longtime Random Encounters fan. So she has a lot of the answers already to your questions. But she also understands why you're asking them, because probably once upon a time, she wondered them too. So she's right there along with you guys, and we're really grateful to have her. Okay, so
So,
Ground
Are we
rules.
actually live?
Huh?
Are we actually live?
Are we
Because
actually?
everyone's saying that the stream will start any minute now.
I assumed so. People were saying hi. Why would they say hi if we're not live?
my phone thinks we're live.
Maybe some people just
Okay.
haven't caught up yet. This is a valid question, though. Like, it'd be embarrassing if us to sit in a ball pit and talk to nobody for, like, 10 minutes. So I'm really grateful that we had this
Because we're
opportunity.
live now.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, do we start all over again?
So-
Be like, hey, Jay, I'm AJ, and I do these things, and this is Gwen, and she does that stuff, and Nate, he's Baldy. I think that's the short
I don't know,
version, right?
weirdly, my phone is not loading the live stream.
Okay, now it's live.
Oh.
It sounds like we hit start stream a while ago, and it finally just started.
YouTube's been hiccuping.
So, now it's live. It wasn't when you started. Okay.
Okay, then we'll do this one more
fast
time.
version. I'm Nate. I do behind the scenes stuff, and I'm in front of the camera sometimes as Super Mario and Baldy and Granny
Super Mario, he's
Dr.
great.
Eggman.
Love me some Super Mario
So-
Brothers.
So,
Yeah, I'm Gwen, sometimes in front of the camera, sometimes doing costumes, sometimes building First Prize. Often building First Prize, always building First Prize.
And hey Jay, I'm AJ. Welcome to our live chat. I get to write the songs for the channel and direct some of the videos, and I even get to be in some of them, like Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers song. Yeah, welcome. We do these once a month. And Neff and Joe, our awesome moderator, is in here. She's handling things by herself right now. She's gonna set up some of the rules for you, but we're gonna tell you about them out loud first. So, some of the rules. What are they?
Be nice. Don't swear at people. Don't swear at us. Don't, please.
It should go without saying, but
Use language that you would use in front of your grandmother or 5-year-old, depending on who you speak better in front of.
there you go.
Yeah.
don't spam.
Don't
spam the
spam.
chat.
Don't spam.
You'll notice slow mode is on, so you only get to say something like every 45 seconds or a minute, I think.
Yeah, that's to make sure everybody gets a turn.
Make sure that when you say something, it actually has value. It isn't just a bunch of emojis or something like that.
That will get you put into timeout. So be careful. Try to make sure you're only saying things with value. Don't put movie spoilers in here, whether they're fake or real. I don't want to read about your fake spoilers or your real spoilers. Keep those to yourself so that everybody can enjoy any movies or TV that are going on right now. We'll do our best to do that too. Let's all make a pact not to be jerks to each other. And remember, if you do read some, you don't know if they're true or not, go watch the movie or go see the episode, whatever spoiling is going on. Just see it for yourself. You can determine if it's real or not. What? This weekend, that's been like really
I know.
important.
It's been such a big deal for like the entire month. It's been crazy.
I feel like we have to say those kind of things.
Don't ask for a shout out. Don't ask for us to say happy birthday, although we are going to say a giant happy birthday to everyone whose birthday is in May. That's what we're in now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
so,
we are.
Happy birthday.
Happy
if your
birthday,
birthday's in May.
maybes.
Happy birthday.
They're May babies, so I call them maybes.
Maybe.
The maybes. The maybes are coming.
If you have a question for us that you would like us to answer, put the word question in all caps right in front of your question, and it will help us sort it out from the rest of the chat, and we will get to as many as we can. Unless your question is one of the following things.
Like, are you going to make blank musical? Insert whatever game into the blank spot. The answer is generally always maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe the answer is we already have. Because sometimes people
You're right.
sometimes people like to ask for musicals we've already made.
Can you make a Super Mario musical? Well,
Yes,
last week.
Like Deltarune or Slender or you know.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys are new, so we understand that you may not have seen some of our older stuff.
Oh, but please go on
do
YouTube.
a search, and you'll find some of our older stuff.
Just go on YouTube and type in random encounters in the name of the game that you want us to make a musical out of. And you might find us in costumes having done it. And it might even been last week. You don't know. Please do that. Like, we would love for you to find our older videos. And some of them are really, really good. In
Most
fact,
of them are really, really
We'll tell
good.
you about some of those older ones very shortly. Another thing don't do is please don't go, give me a shout out. I want a shout out. Say my name out loud or things like that. We don't really respond to that. What
Nope.
we will do, though, is if we get super chats from you, like one that just
one?
came in from Hannah here, we will write your name on a ball in our hand. It's just really cool. And then we'll put you in the ball pit. So, you want to...
ball pit.
Yep, Hannah here is about to go to the ball pit, and this really is one of our favorite things. We love hanging out in here and finding you guys' names. So I think this is really cool.
Just to demonstrate, we have LC Winkler in the ball pit right now from another live chat. We'll only do it once per live chat, so you have to come back next month if you want to keep adding more balls with your name on them. But it's really cool that we already have, you know, I can reach in the ball pit and just grab somebody like that. There's another one I can't reach out of reach.
There's one
There's
right
another
there.
they're all out of
Yeah,
reach. I'll grab
but
them at the end.
Hannah here in the ball pit.
Wait, we have to try to throw her in the basketball hoop.
Oh,
No, I failed you, Hannah. Forgive me. I tried. It was close.
I'm gonna add one more thing because I see this come up a lot in the live chats.
Okay.
If your question is Gwen, will you sing? I'm just gonna personally say I just woke up and no, I'm not gonna sing for you guys in the live stream. That's just gonna be a general blanket rule. I love that you guys like to hear me sing, and I love hanging out with you guys and having as much fun with you as possible. But I'm sorry, that's just not something that's going to happen. So please ask other questions, hang out with us in different ways, but singing is just not going to happen.
I'm adding Mr. Simpson J onto our ball pit as well.
Mr. Simpson J.
So, going off the Will You Make Blank musical, I think we're free to announce what we are making for this month. I don't think we've been too secretive about it.
No.
But we are gonna go to the zoo. Baldy is going to the zoo.
Going to the zoo.
And I think all of us are super excited. I mean, I'm super excited to be Playtime again. He gets to be Baldy again. He gets to be the player character again. We're trying to bring back as much as of the old cast as possible because we had an amazing cast for that one. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody there was very fun to work with. I feel like I say this all the time.
Every
Our
time we
cast
work on
is
Baldy.
super good. So it's gonna be a fun project, and hopefully it will be super fun for you guys as well.
Mr. Simpson J, I'm going to try to get you in the basketball hoop back here. Ah! No! Even worse. I'm getting worse. I'm going to have to let somebody else take shots next time. Speaking of which,
Oh.
we got another one from
Donnie?
one of our.
I don't know who Donnie is, but
Our good friend and moderator who just left from visiting us for a week,
He did.
Malcolm, has given us a super chat. He said Donnie is a free elf. I'm not sure if he's supposed to say Dobby
Donnie is a free
or
elf,
if
huh?
he meant to say Donnie. I don't
don't
know.
know.
We'll say
And
he meant to because it's something he
Sure,
would say.
Donnie is a free elf.
So he's going to go into the ball pit.
Well, we're gonna say that Malcolm is also a free elf.
yes, we are. In fact, it's going on
We
his
miss him
ball
already.
right now.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's most of the questions, and that's a little bit of the news. Is Baldi's Big Zoo is coming up this month. We're filming in about a week, and we're gonna try to have as many of the characters back as we can. You'll find out more about that. Follow us on social media. We tend to post things there. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you'll probably see some updates of either the music or the costumes or some of the actors on set, maybe even coming up later this week.
And if you haven't seen it yet, we did just do a Mario Brothers musical. We did a Sonic musical a few months ago. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. These two did an awesome Mario and Luigi, and the song was really fun. So,
Hey, paisanos.
Alrighty, so getting to the questions. If you got a question, type question in all caps, and then whatever your question is, and hopefully we'll get to it. We'll try to get as many as we can today. Question from Dana Harmon. Ari, have you guys seen the Sonic movie trailer?
I actually have not.
What? You didn't see it?
I didn't see it yet.
What? No! How are you going to answer this question?
Slacker.
I saw our Sonic movie trailer.
I wish I hadn't seen the Sonic movie trailer.
I've
She
heard
can
these.
say, yeah, I was going to say.
These two keep quoting it, so I keep hearing
yeah.
like random things that make no sense, and I assume that's just the entirety of the trailer is random things that make no sense. So
Yeah, we've seen it. It looks like trash. So,
Okay, so I really want to support a Sonic movie. You know, I want it to be good, and I want to support even like having Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. I thought that was a good decision because I'm like, he's not going to downplay the character. He always like makes characters very big and very lively. And I'm like, perfect. Dr. Eggman is a very big, very lively character. He should not be a subdued villain. I'm even disappointed with what he looks like right now.
He's really not playing up the character. He feels he's just doing like his Jim Carrey thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not interesting.
Yeah, he's not properly like evil enough or like crazy and psychotic and conniving. He's just kind of like he's just rude, and I'm like, that's okay, but that's not the point. Sonic doesn't look great. I hear they're considering a redesign on him.
Yeah, I think the
He needs
movie
one.
is at a big disadvantage for having released all this stuff like after Detective Pikachu's trailers.
Oh yeah.
Because that movie looks like it's got really good CG and everything looks great and
Yep.
it's getting
Yep.
good reviews so far. It's gonna. I think it's on. I mean, it's not like I think it's 70% is what it's on the tomato meter, but it's on track to be the first
Like
fresh
yeah. Good
video game movie ever, which is like
Well, Detective Pikachu, man. I think Ryan Reynolds was a good choice for that. So anyway, the Sonic movie, we'll still see. There's several months. They could, the first trailer is often not the best one. So we'll see what they do with it. We want it to succeed.
and we do still plan to see it, correct?
Yes.
I don't
Probably.
think there's really anything they could do at this point to make us decide not to go see it, because we do
Probably
like supporting video game movies, and we do like supporting video games in general.
Yeah.
We'd like them to be good, but that's just a cherry on top.
I think the big problem is if they fix Sonic's design, they won't have fixed the script still. And I don't get the impression from what we've seen so far of the jokes and such that the script is going to be very good. So if you don't go back and fix the writing, it doesn't matter how good or bad Sonic looks. The honest truth is you better start with the script or else your movie's not going to be good. So here's hoping they made a good script. I haven't seen it so far, but we'll keep watching. Who else do we have in the ball pit here?
We have the Plush Shack.
The Plush Shack.
And we have Sierra Ogden and her daughter. Thank you so much for your support.
Oh.
And I'm putting in Gamer Girl M at the moment.
Do I get to try to throw the plush sack into the
plush
basketball?
It is the Plush Shack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Gwen can spell.
Uh-oh.
Gwen does not
All right, well,
forget
she fixes
letters.
the Plush Shack.
I thought AJ was just reading poorly.
The Gamer Girl M. Let's see if we can get you into this basketball.
Oh.
Oh, no! So close. Gwen, why don't you throw the Plush
Plush
Shack.
Shack.
The Plush Shack in.
Oh boy.
I believe in you.
No.
Oh, no.
Hang on, I have
Got one
another.
more.
I have another chance with Sierra Ogden.
All right, Sierra.
Oh
No! So close. And Nate, you want to read this next question?
This question is from Hedgehog Fans 808. Question: How did you meet Jason Wells from the Sonic musical?
Jason
Great
Wells.
question. We miss Jason.
Yeah, he's a good kid. We met Jason actually in person because he found us in a restaurant.
That's true. The first time we met him. That's true.
We were sitting around having dinner, and he walked up and was like, "I think you guys are the Random Encounters people. My friend Katie knows you guys." And we were like, "Katie, we love Katie." And then he told us how much he'd like to be in a musical, and he's really talented, so I'm glad that we got him. I feel like it was an accidental, like, tripping over something awesome, just finding him in a restaurant.
Yeah, we bumped into him about 3 times out in the wild before we actually worked with him. It was really funny. Saw him at a show once that he wasn't even in. He was just there supporting.
His dad was in it.
Gotcha, his dad. And then we bumped into him at another restaurant, I think with CG5 while we were making FNAF Ground Zero last year. So we kept running into him, going, yeah, we should work together sometime. Like, I hear you got great theater experience. And then we finally did, and it was such a good experience.
Mm-hmm. We would love to have him back. I thought his voice was perfect for Tails.
Yeah. So that's how we met him. We had a super chat from Luis Brun.
Yes, we did, which means she is now in our ball pit. Would you like to try and get her in the basketball?
Sure. Who wants to read the comment? Oh, wow. It was close, but didn't make it.
Do you...
I'll read the comment then.
Okay.
If you want, I got an idea for Resident Enos 3.
I think you got an idea for Resident Evil 3 too.
I do.
4 and 6
Thank
and 12
you.
and...
I'm actually really glad that fans have ideas for Resident Enos as well, and I'll get to it in a second. We're not probably taking any ideas for Resident Enos 3 right now because we have literally an entire, 10-episode arc for the show that's already been designed back when we were working with Disney on it. So a lot of the ideas for something like a third Resident Enos already exist. And we even have alternatives for if we never got to make another one, what the finale of the Resident Enos trilogy would be if there were only going to be 3 of them. So we have plenty of ideas. The ideas are not the problem we've got. We can't make them right now because we have to get a bunch of people that have very busy lives together, and then we have to be able to get the proper sets and things like that. So if you want to see Resident Enos 3 where only Enos sits in a ball pit by himself, I can make that for you tomorrow. I don't think anyone wants to see that one, though.
I kind of want to see Enos in the ball
Oh,
pit.
yeah? You're
Yeah.
just like, wow, it's so lonely in here.
Does he have a ball pit song?
Oh, a ball pit song. That would be fun.
I think Enos should have a ball pit song.
Yeah.
The ball pit jingle.
So, yeah, that's not to say that we don't want to make Resident Enos 3 or that we don't know how to make it. Actually, that is. We don't know how to make it.
We don't know how to
We
make
know
it
what we would make, and
at
we
the
know
moment.
who to make it with, and we would love to make it. We just don't have the people on board still. So we'll see. Maybe one day you get it. If you want to make your own Resident Enos storylines, there's 2 good options for you. One of them is go make some fan fiction or even fan art, because we've seen really cool comics people have made. We've seen awesome stories people have written based on Resident Enos. So you're totally allowed to go do that. You can share it with anybody in our community or Mark's community or wherever. That's great. The other option is, and I'm working on this a little bit in my head, I think making a game about Enos would be really cool. And not just like a video game. You could make things like a D&D campaign. So if you play like Fap Finder. Yeah, don't play that.
Whoa!
Don't play that. If you play Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, you could make characters based on the characters in Resident Enos, and you could actually have them go on little adventures. I think that'd be awesome. I want to do a campaign like that and maybe even release some of the details to you guys at some point. So there are some cool things you could do to bring your storylines to life.
Absolutely.
Sorry about the Pathfinder game. We shouldn't play that.
Where was I just saw somebody ask about the release date for the Sonic musical. For anyone who has not been to the Sonic musical video in a little bit, there's a comment there now. I'm sorry that it took us a second to put that up, but the trailer is the entire musical. We have no plans to make a full version of every single song with a full musical number attached to it, except the songs are available for you to listen to on Spotify, on Amazon, on iTunes, on wherever you like to listen to music, Google Play, all those places. So if you are looking for more of our Sonic stuff, you can find the full songs, but unfortunately we're not going to film a whole big musical with all the complete songs on. We're really happy with what we made. I think it's really fun. I think it's really dramatic and fun. And we're just going to leave it at that.
You hear the sad cat outside
I
going?
do hear the sad cat outside.
Yeah, Mr. Mouse is at the door to the room. He's like,
Should I open the door? We potentially let him in.
Yeah, but he's not gonna want to be in the ball pit. He just wants our attention.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't want to knock stuff over.
Yeah.
My dude, can you please chill
Anyway.
out?
We have a super chat from Joe Doom,
We
Joe
do.
Doom!
Which,
who's in the ball pit
he's
now.
in the ball pit. Let's see.
Oh,
if I
is he in the
can-
basket?
They said,
Basket!
how do you all celebrate May the 4th?
Which is today.
May the 4th.
Be with you.
Yes. So far, we don't have a plan. Although, Nate, you own a copy of Solo we haven't even opened yet, right?
I was going to go get it. I still haven't bought it.
Oh.
But I was
Alright.
like, I could go pick that up at Best Buy today.
Yeah.
And we could watch Solo.
Like, that's not bad. Like, we've
I like
seen it
it.
once, and it was actually not that
Yeah.
bad, so.
No, it's one of those things that's like, every time I see it, I'm like, I should get that sometime. And then
Yeah, and then you don't.
Because we just finished watching like all Game of Thrones before that started, and all
Yeah.
of Marvel before that started. So I'm like, I don't need to get a copy of this and have it just sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we don't have really any firm plans, but that would be a good one. Watch at least one Star Wars movie today. That'd be fun.
Thank you, Nate1910, for alerting me to the fact that you were the one that asked the question about the musical. So, thank you, Nate.
Okay. What other questions we got?
There you go.
Do-do-do.
Emily Collins wants to know
Hi,
if
Emily.
you could be incredibly skilled in one weapon, which would you choose? She would choose a spear. She can sort of use one already. Or throwing knives. All right, one weapon.
One weapon? Okay, so I used to roleplay a Shy Guy in a Smash Brothers like RPG thing online, and and I liked him so much I picked him because Shy Guys have maces in Yoshi's Island that they can like chain maces. I thought that was really cool. So even though I like bladed weapons generally, the idea of like your weapon being a chain mace, like a ball and chain kind of like, I'm like, that's so cool. And I thought it was really cool because it made him like so different from all these characters like swords and stuff. They're like, oh, the Shy Guy pulls like huge chain mace and like clubs people with it. I'm like, that's great. It's like a whip, but it's like a hammer at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chain mace. We'll go with that.
One weapon.
Like you haven't thought about like wielding scary weapons most of your life?
No.
How about a big axe? How do you feel about big axes?
You know what weapon would be fun?
What?
It's weird to say master. It'd be like Captain America's shield would be fun. That shield defies
Oh,
physics.
dude.
Yeah.
It just like bounces and ricochets, and then it comes back to you.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know how that one works, but
I always wanted to learn how to use nunchucks.
nunchucks.
Like, I watched Karate Kid way too many times as a very small child, so the old Karate Kid, not the new one.
Okay.
And he, you know, now I can't remember if it was him actually or if it was a different movie called Sidekick
Uh-oh.
that had the nunchucks that I was like obsessed with watching the scene.
I don't remember enough about Karate Kid to remember how much nunchucks
I think
are
it
used.
actually was Sidekick. It was
Yeah.
a Chuck Norris movie, which was weird. But
I
this,
feel like that would be a Chuck Norris thing.
this kid like had nunchucks and he kept like accidentally hitting himself in the head with it, which looked really funny. And then my dad was like, you know, you can actually like break your skull doing that. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I don't want to learn nunchucks, but I still kind of want to learn nunchucks.
I need that marker.
No.
Thanks. Weirdly, none of us picked like an archery one or like darts or like guns. Like none of us picked something with like shooting. We all wanted like physical weapons you like wield. That's kind of.
I mean, a bow and arrow is fun. Like
the
there's
shield is the closest in some ways.
there's plenty of bow and arrow things I think around. Obviously, Hawkeye is one of my favorite dudes, and Katniss is awesome, and Legolas is awesome. But I don't know. I feel like there's enough archers. I want something else.
Fair enough. I am adding General Grunt from Transfadylvania Films into the ball pit. Familiar person who super chatted us and also created the Rabid puppet used in the Super Mario Brothers musical. So that was, I think, the Phantom of the Wapra. I feel like you have to say that. Wapra! You gotta say it kind of like a rabbit, but... anyway, thank you, Grunt. He says drop dead. I'll pass on the second part. I'll just put your name in the ball pit instead.
I think that means I love you in General Grunt speak.
Oh.
Or at least I admire you. I appreciate you.
I don't think he loves people.
I
That's
think
not
he
his
does.
style.
I liked him. He did a really good job.
He did. And it was really cool to get to have like an actual rabbit kind of in the video that I didn't have to animate or anything.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we can get him in the basketball hoop while you guys get another question. Ready? All right, Grunt. Here's to great success for all of us. Oh, fell short again, just like I expected.
Oh,
I've doomed us all.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Here's a good one. Chicken Nugget Man, who has the best name I've read so far today. Sorry, that's not a competition. What superpower would you have? I feel like that goes along with what weapon we're wielding or something. But
Ugh.
superpower.
Superpowers, huh?
And also, thank you, Jesper Nielsen. You're going in the ball
Adding
pit.
to the ball pit. Jesper Nielsen. His favorite superpower.
Not favorite. Like, what one would you
would
have?
I take? I could hate my superpower, but I would still go for it.
Well, like,
Teleportation would be insanely useful. But I would be a little scared to, like, teleport into a wall and, like, die from it. I don't know how the physics work on that if you, like, don't get all the way through a solid object. But I feel like your superpower used incorrectly even once could cost you your life. And, like, that could be said for, like, a lot of things. Like, oh, what if I stop flying in the middle of flying and I just fall and splat on the pavement? Like, yeah, that would go badly, too. But I feel like that has more control. Teleportation, I'm not sure how that works.
Depends on.
How do you guys feel about teleportation?
Teleportation would probably be the best superpower, the
Okay.
most practical.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna take a vacation to the Bahamas.
Yeah, like, you know, pay for a plane ticket again. That said, you'd be violating probably a bunch of their, like, did you go through Border Patrol? Did you show anybody your passport?
oh yeah, customs is gonna get crazy if
Yeah.
we start having teleportation. But
It's true, but even in the most simplest of, like, okay, I'll
teleport to security, go through
Yeah.
security, and then teleport from the other
yeah,
side. there.
fair.
Like,
I'll
it's
teleport
still-
to this place to go do this thing that's
Okay.
like even like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to drive an hour and a half to get there. I'll just teleport to the gates and be ready to
Okay.
go.
All right.
Or once you're in the park and you're like, oh man, I wanted a fast pass for something all the way on the other side of the park.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you get no exercise, though. So you gotta use it responsibly. You're like, sometimes you just have to go running because otherwise you get
While
no
we're
exercise.
wishing things, we can wish that using our teleportation burns calories.
Okay. So calorie burning teleportation. Okay. No, like, flight or super strength or anything? No?
Flight would be tiring.
Flight would be
Laser
really tiring.
eyeballs?
Laser eyeballs. No, I always wanted, like, a fire manipulation. Like, being able to just, like, start a fire in your hand and, like...
Ooh. You sound like a psychopath.
No!
I just want to create fire from nothing anytime I want.
And burn my enemies.
Okay, yes.
A little bit.
I don't know.
Just a little bit.
It always looks so cool, and, like, especially if you, like, can make shapes out of it or something, and, like, maybe it's like an art form kind of thing.
And then I could be like Princess Elsa, and I could have, like, ice powers, and then we could fight with fire and ice powers.
She's a queen.
Oh.
And
well, she was a princess
sure.
at one point. There was a time.
This is why you need
Spoilers! Oh, don't believe the spoilers you read, okay?
This is why you really, really need to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, because the firebenders are epic. And there are some really cool either firebender versus firebender fights, or firebender versus waterbender fights,
Oh.
or I don't know. All the fights in there are cool. I love that
Okay.
show.
So, what was his name? Kyle's Gaming Videos. Question: do you make mistakes?
Never.
Do you make mistakes?
Did we release a blooper video
We
On
did.
Friday?
yesterday?
Oh, perfect timing. If you want to see us make some mistakes, go watch the Super Mario Brothers blooper video. In fact, we have an entire playlist of all of the blooper videos, or at least all the ones that we found readily available, from every musical we've done. So if you just want to watch us make mistakes and nothing else, no correct behavior whatsoever, go watch that playlist and you could sit for probably like 9 hours of just us making mistakes. It'd be glorious.
Oh, that's a nightmare. 9 hours of just me
Yeah.
never doing the right
Reliving
thing.
all of our mistakes.
Yeah.
That sounds
Oh
fun.
my goodness. But yes, we definitely make mistakes, and when they're funny, we share them with you, and when they're not funny, we move past them like adults.
Like, now that I know, like, 9 hours of mistakes, that's how I'm going to spend my May 4th today, I guess. Now I know what I'm doing for May 4th.
Oh.
Okay, what other questions we got?
Do.
We did tell them we were going to discuss some of our old videos for a really short moment. And I think now's a really good time to do it, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so, have you guys heard of the RE Battle Royale?
If you haven't, it's probably because you don't get notifications from our community tab or you don't click over to our community tab. If you click over there right now, we have a battle royale
Open another
going.
window. Don't close this video. We'll be sad. We'll miss you. So open a new window. Go to Ari's YouTube channel and click on our little community section. You know, it says like videos or like about. There's one called community. It's for you guys. And it's where we kind of interact with you guys in a sort of different, not always on video kind of way.
And if you go over there right now, you'll see that for the past couple weeks, we've been doing a battle royale championship competition thing.
First one ever. Never done anything like this.
We're seeing which of our musicals is the fan favorite, best ever musical of all time. Like everything we've ever made.
Yes. Even stuff that's not on Random Encounters, like How to Beat a Monkey at Chess over on Markiplier's channel. So we're including like everything in this. In fact, Gwen has some of the results right now because the battle royale is half over. We
It
literally
is.
just passed the halfway point.
We are in round 8 right now out of 12 before we move on to phase 2, where the competition will get really intense because all the ones that you guys have voted through will start competing with each other. Right now, what we're doing is we put up 9 musicals at a time, and you guys vote, and one musical makes it through to the next phase of the competition. And in round 1, How to Beat a Monkey at Chess made it through, which that's a great musical.
Shocking.
I loved it. Round 2, FNAF the Musical made it through, which means we might end up with a head-to-head competition of How to Beat a Monkey at Chess and FNAF the Musical. I don't know. I haven't let the computer
Well,
run
that's only
those
2.
numbers yet.
You said that there's going to be 12. 12 rounds.
Round 3, Let Me Go, our granny song, made it through. Round 4, My Own Little Nightmare made it through. Round 5, Cuphead the Musical made it through. Yes. Round 6, No More Mama, our Tattletale musical, made it through. And round 7 technically has been completed, but we haven't
can't tell you the results yet.
We haven't announced the results of that yet. We announce 2 rounds winners every Sunday in the community tab. So if you haven't seen any of those results videos, those are there. If you haven't seen any of the voting panels, they're there. And right now, round 8 is running. It will close tonight at midnight. But right now, round 8 is running, which means you can vote for O Meta Knight, Rhythm Thief the Musical, One Winged Office, The Fates of Undertale, Finding Mr. Midnight, The Song of the Slugs, My Date with Captain Falcon, our sister location Blood and Tears musical, or What's in Your Basement, our Hello Neighbor musical. If any of those are your favorite, or if you just have a favorite of those 9, you can head to our community tab right now. There's a link where you can vote and send one of them through to phase 2, where they'll get to battle with one of the winners that I've named previously. Who will you guys save? Nobody knows.
So the good news is that there's one going on right now that you can go vote for, and you can jump into this battle royale right this moment. The bad news is if you wanted to vote for one of those other ones, those rounds are past, so you can't do it now. But the good news is that even if you don't like the entries in this one, we'll start a new round on Monday with 9 new videos that haven't been up to bat yet. So you can pick the fate of the contest still, and who knows who's going to win. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
We've got some really good musicals that have not come up for voting at all yet. Bendy and the Ink Machine musical has not shown up yet. Senpai Notice Me has not shown up yet. The Eevee song has not shown up yet.
Those are big ones.
The Magikarp song has not shown up yet. I don't know how that one has not shown up yet. We randomized all of the rounds. We let a computer choose who got to fight who. We weren't in charge of that. If your favorites were up against each other, I'm sorry.
You better go vote, and you better be able to pick one favorite, not 2.
But we're really excited about this, and it's been really fun watching you guys vote on them and seeing which ones have a lot of your support. Sometimes we've been surprised. This sheet is actually we make predictions between the 3 of us as to what we think is going to win, and we've been keeping score over here.
And we always talk about them in the Sunday recap videos.
We do.
So those are not public videos. They're all unlisted, so you can go watch them from our community tab. If you want to see us kind of review who won each week and announce the winners, but also who we thought was going to win and why, those little videos, they're about 5 minutes long, and we just chill out here in the ball pit and we go through and talk about the winners and the losers as well. So if you love RE, if you're a big RE fan, if you know a lot of the videos, it's a perfect opportunity for you to see which ones were your favorites and whether or not you think they're as popular as everybody else does.
And we will be announcing the mightiest fan favoritist video ever at our birthday celebrations, which are on June 7th. We're going to be doing something for you guys that we haven't quite figured out all the details of yet, but stay tuned. We'll announce something when we figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
And definitely will include a celebration of the winner and
Something special. We will do something
special.
special based on the winning video.
We're not going to have a competition without a surprise or
Yeah.
a prize.
A surprise.
A surprise. Wow.
It's not just a
I can't
prize,
even
it's a
talk this morning.
surprise.
Thank you, by the way, Orlo Davis, for your super chat. You're in the ball pit.
Oh, please go in the basket.
Woo.
Oh,
so
Orlo
close.
Davis, you were so close. Oh, don't worry. We'll throw some more of these in later. Yeah. So anyway, Battle Royale. Big fans of it. Hopefully you guys will be too. What other questions we got now that we've given our spiel about the Random Encounters Battle Royale?
I'm really hoping I go downstairs after this chat and I see like a ton of new
See
votes.
your favorite pull ahead. This week has been so close.
Oh my gosh.
We've never had results as close as this week's videos. It has been an absolute bloodbath. Both rounds. There are too many videos competing for the top spot, and it's crazy.
When I went to bed last night, and I haven't checked it this morning, but when I went to bed last night, the top 2 contenders, which I'm not telling you which ones they are, they were about 60 votes apart, I feel like, and they were for a really long time were like 10 votes apart or like 12 votes apart. So one of them is slightly pulling ahead, and I'm waiting to see if the other one will make a resurgence.
It's been consistently like 1% difference.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There was less than 1% difference earlier this week, and there were like 5 videos all competing within like a 2% margin. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, we're clearly passionate about the Battle Royale.
I like the Battle
We hope
Royale.
you guys are too. Very exciting. We haven't announced it yet, but another thing I wanted to throw out there, and I think it's in the scroll bar at the bottom, is if you guys want to meet us in person, we do have a convention on the books right now. We are going to be at Kineticon again this year, which is in Connecticut, as Detective Pikachu found out. And it's, I think, between July 11th and 14th.
I think
believe
that's
so.
right.
Yeah, you can register for that at kineticon.org. It's very easy, and it's a very fun convention with really cool people. We met so many awesome people last year, and we got to spend a lot of time. And I think we're even doing more panels this year than we did last
Are
time.
we?
So yeah, you'll get
That's
to spend
awesome.
more time with us doing more crazy things like rewriting our musicals or watching some of our old videos and stuff like that. So yeah, please take a look at it, especially if you're in the Northeast. We're
Definitely.
not. We're gonna be there anyway because we're so excited to see you guys. What other questions do we have? Should I ask that in a nugget
Clouded Stranger wants to know if we were omnipotent for a day, what would we do? I don't actually even know how to imagine being omnipotent.
Oh,
Be shocked and appalled by everything everyone does.
like I don't want to know most of the things I know now.
No, omnipotent, not omniscient.
Oh, omnipotent, not omniscient. Darn it! I had an easy answer for omniscient.
Okay, omnipotent. If I could like do literally anything,
Anything?
I'm all powerful. I'm reading all of the books on my shelf that I haven't read yet, so I can finally be caught up.
That sounds incredibly boring.
In a day, I can read all of the books.
I feel like
Can I bring back the Library of Alexandria? Am I that powerful?
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
bringing
you
it back, and I'm reading all of it.
you can only pick one thing though.
No. In a day, I'm bringing it back, and I'm reading all of it.
All right, fine, we'll count that. The first thing that came to my mind is so boring is I'd like cure cancer or something. Be like, well, this doesn't exist anymore. That's gone. Be like, my life was okay before, but like, think how much like in one fell swoop you could just be like, I don't like that. Get rid of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I like how I was like, I'm gonna read a bunch of books, and you're like, I think I'll be a humanitarian and save a lot of lie.
It's like the pink ball is the cancer, and we just put it right through that basket, and it's gone. That's actually a trash can, by the way. I just threw cancer in the trash can in the back of the pool around the live stream. I feel good about myself. Nate, what would you do with omnipotence for a day?
I mean, yeah, curing disease seems reasonable. I would like just create like, I don't know, a planet and live on it.
I was like, there is a lot of space exploration that's currently impossible.
It's
But
true.
it wouldn't be if you were omnipotent.
I could be like, I'm gonna create like a light speed drive. Humans, you can go travel in space.
Give
now.
everyone teleportation to anywhere in the universe.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, assuming that each one
I
of
could
us...
just
Oh, is that what you would do?
Wait a minute. So, you two will just balance each other
Balance.
out?
perfectly balanced.
So the important thing is don't give Nate omnipotence, or else he'll Thanos people. You
All
don't
right.
want that.
Well, there's a good reason none of us are omnipotent. Except for AJ. AJ should apparently be omnipotent.
I like to think that we can all have omnipotence for a day, so each one of us can do something on a different day. It'd be cool. We'll
Sure.
make a schedule.
Whoa.
What else we got?
What else do we got? What else do we got?
I was trying to think if there are any other announcements. I mean, this is an easy one. I like to make it though. I'm wearing a shirt. It's got random encounters on it. If you want to wear a random encounter shirt just like me, yeah, only just like me. Nobody else wore random encounter stuff today. How could you guys do this to the channel?
It's in the laundry basket. I'm gonna wear a dirty shirt.
Dirty shirts are the best kind of shirts to wear. You can find the link to get shirts and hats and things like that from us down right in the description. We don't push it very much because we want it to just be available to you guys rather than like, you know, we didn't go to school to sell things. We're not shopkeepers. As much fun as that actually sounds like, if it's like an RPG or something. So yeah, we don't hawk stuff very well. But
Yeah.
I wear things okay, and I just like to tell you guys where I got it. So, do we have a cool question from somebody here? How about this one from the Kawaii Bagel? Will you ever stop YouTube?
Where is it?
If I was omnipotent, I could stop YouTube.
Right there.
Like that.
At the bottom.
Oh, gotcha.
No, I don't think we're gonna stop YouTube.
We have no plans to stop YouTube. We
Yeah.
have a lot of fun doing what we do. We get, I don't know, tired. I feel like is a thing because we
Yes.
we lose sleep doing a lot of things
There's
we do.
burnout for real.
But the honest truth is, we really really like all the work that we get to do. Maybe not at the pace that we have to do it, but we like the work. So really, what we'd really like is a way to pace it out, not a way to stop. We're never really gonna want to stop.
It's true. The YouTube algorithm can be oppressive, but
Very.
we enjoy what we do. But yes, not getting a break sometimes is tiring.
I realized how much I feel like I complained and whined about things when Malcolm was here, and I also realized how much he probably was like, I don't know why you sit around like griping about these numbers or that algorithm and stuff. He was probably like, you guys get to like make cool videos and hang out with cool friends, and you can even take time off to like let me, you know, come hang out with you. And I was like, I do probably complain a lot more than people think I do. And it's weird how you just change what you complain about when you're like doing a job like, you know, what we do, and you're like, I love my job, and then you go, here are the things that stop me from doing the job the way I want to. And it's things like the algorithm saying you don't have enough time to do the job you want to do, or you don't have, you know, the budget to have enough people to do that. It's like stuff like that. You do find reasons to still go, the job is amazing, and here are the only things that are stopping it from being better. So it's a weird thing, and I need to keep that in perspective, I think, and go, the job is still fun. I still don't want to do anything more than what I'm doing right now. Which is throwing It's Luca time into the basket. Let's see if we can do it. Ah. Oh, I'm sorry. I failed you, Luca time. No. Things like that are stopping me from having the best job in the world. This basket.
Mr. Simpson J asked, have you ever just had any musical ideas that failed?
That failed?
I'm assuming he means like that just never even made it to production because he's talking about the
yeah.
ideas.
Yeah, of course. In fact, we talked about one at Disneyland this week. Do you remember? We met up with Angie and her friend, and her
Oh.
friend was a cosplayer.
Yeah, for League of Legends.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. League of Legends was one that we put in some work on, and a musical just never happened. And maybe, you know, never happened means it will still happen one day. But yeah, there was a whole League of Legends project that we tried to move forward, and we had some cast people prepped for. There was one with Felicia Day that we actually put in enough work that there was like there was a song. It had music and lyrics, and they weren't finalized, but they were like getting there, and we, you know, sent it all over to her. We'd had a meeting with her about it. We were working out budget stuff. We had costuming kind of commissioned that everything just screeched to a halt because then she got on a TV show or something like that, and it just evaporated right in front of our eyes. That one didn't have a game though attached to it actually. There's been a couple. Any other games that?
We last October were gonna do one that disappeared in favor of something else. I don't know if I count that as failing.
I don't remember which one that was.
We were gonna do a Plants vs Zombies for
Oh!
Halloween, and I was all set to be like, yeah, let's kill some zombies, and then we were like, I think we'll go back to Baldi one more time.
That's probably the saddest thing that the people in the chat today have heard, because I feel like there's a lot of fans of Plants vs Zombies.
I really like Plants
They come
vs.
on the channel and go,
Zombies.
"Where's my Plants vs Zombies song? You guys haven't done one yet." And
Yeah.
I feel
Still on
bad.
the radar is something we might
Oh,
do
sure.
soon or
We did
later.
get some costuming for it, so it could still happen. Splatoon is one that I don't know where its status we're at anymore, but that one got close to happening, and then we kind of aborted that project. We postponed it, and that came up, I think, too, this week.
Yeah.
Because, again, Angie was going to be part of that one, and I even worked on some costuming for it. That one didn't happen. We had an entire Mario and Rabbids song that we actually, again, had music, had lyrics. Grunt was going to work on that with us with some green screen of the puppet. And that one didn't happen because YouTube space became a bungled mess, and that fell through on us. So that's one that we weirdly got close to doing and didn't actually complete.
But we also brought this up with Angie while we were at Disneyland. Just because it didn't happen yet doesn't mean it's never going to happen, because we've actually, in fairly recent history, had some musicals that were planned years ago come back and actually end up on the channel.
Musicals like what?
Like Phoenix Wright the musical, which I know people liked. It
Yes.
got a significant amount of votes in our Royale.
Yes.
And Watch Out, a Navi song, which was originally like, oh, this is a really cool idea, but we have no way to do it with live action people. And years went by, and we were like, hey, we have an animator that would do a really good job with this. And she knocked it out of the park, and we're really pleased to have that on the channel.
It's true.
So all these things that were like, oh, like we put it together and it didn't happen, and we put it together and it didn't happen, doesn't mean it will never happen. In fact,
Sometimes
just
it's,
might happen in 5 years.
maybe it happened last week. If you've been waiting for a Super Mario Brothers musical, because we've been teasing it for probably 2 or 3 years, it took us a while. Well, we finally were like, here's what we can change about this video to make sure we can actually pull it off. You know, here's what we're going to have to do, you know, green screen wise to finish the project. Here's how much work it's going to take. And we finally found a good break in our schedule and went, well, let's just do it. Let's do it, and we'll do it. And the Mario Brothers are finally coming to
Super
Random Accounts.
Mario.
Yeah, and here they are. Now they're out. It's weird to go, we put that musical off for so long going, we can't do this yet. This is too difficult. We have a cool idea and we can't do it yet. And now it's out. Now it's been done. We actually made it. And it feels really good to be like, wow, I'm glad we didn't just ditch that idea. So failed ideas, yes. Some of them come back around for a second pass and they turn out great. Hopefully. Do we have some other questions?
Joel Lid says, if you're going to do a Plants vs. Zombies song, just take AJ and put him in the Flowey suit from the Fates of Undertale, and then you have a sunflower.
Oh, I like
It's
it. That's good.
true.
I think we still have that whole costume too. We don't usually get rid of our costumes. They're all off camera over that way, in a closet.
I would say Neff pointed out over here this project that fell through.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
one. Do you wanna mention that one really quick? Because that's one of the most interesting ones.
Yes. Speaking
Thank you,
of
Neff.
projects that fell through, we actually were supposed to do something with John Cena for the launch of the Nintendo Switch. We
Like
had
a musical.
Yeah, like
with John
a musical.
Cena.
We had a cool a Western song. It was gonna be kind of like How to Beat a Monkey at Chess, because obviously we weren't gonna get John to be able to sing, but it was gonna be like, you know, in our heads, like, how do we beat John Cena at 1-2 Switch, that kind of thing. And
It got a song kind of together.
it got a
for
song together. He probably wrote some lyrics, maybe.
There was definitely there was a script of some
And
sort.
it just
We got there and it did not go the way we were told it was gonna go,
Yes.
and we went home. Well, that's not a musical that's going on.
Yep.
We're never gonna make that one apparently. So we still have the music. We'll probably repurpose it for a different video at some point because it's actually a fun song, and it was a real shame because John was really nice, but we couldn't do the thing, you know, make the video with him that we had all planned for with Nintendo, and we were just like, "Ugh." We're not the only ones that have had that experience. Other people have had some, unfortunately, like last second changes working on cool projects like that, even with I think John or Nintendo. So. Wop 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 wop.
Cowie Daisy 1135 wants to know which is better, Sally Face or Franbo.
Excellent question.
You guys have both
You're gonna
played
make
both
some
of those, right?
enemies, I think, with this. I'm gonna make some enemies with this.
It's okay, we just have to balance it out because I haven't played
Gwen's
either of
never
them to
played
completion.
either of them.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of you has
I
to
mean,
say
I
one,
can
and one of you has to
guarantee
say the
me
other.
and AJ are probably both going to say Franbo.
I will vote Franbo. I think
Yeah.
Franbo is a better game than Sally Face. No offense.
Yeah.
I think it just might be personality because in order to enjoy Sally Face, you have to like that kind of metal, you know, and ghost gory kind of stuff. And Franbo is a lot more like whimsical, like an Alice in Wonderland thing that has a really dark emo side. So I prefer the whimsy and the kind of off-kilter cuteness of Franbo, whereas Sally Face, good writing and, you know, cool concept, but I'm not really about that grungy, you know, rock, you know, metal feeling life. That doesn't work for me as well. Do you have just from what you know of the games, a preference?
I mean, I I can make a preference based on the songs we wrote.
Okay.
Which I'm probably gonna make enemies this way, but I like our Sally Face song better
It's
than I like our
super
Franbo
cool.
song because our Franbo song is really good, but the Sally Face song has multiple people, which I always like watching characters get to interact in funny ways.
Yes.
And I think we got to do some really cool things there. And also the cult section of our Sally Face song
Ooh.
is stuck in my head all the time.
You're right.
We
Just
had,
that alone.
Jules come in and do the mixing for us on that song. Or the mastering, I don't remember.
Both,
But he
yeah.
knocked it out of the park. It sounded so good.
That was something like he took the best that we could do and he elevated it up again. Yeah, and the video for that is a lot more faithful too. Like, I don't like to point out when our videos don't really do justice to the game. The Franbo video does not do a lot of justice to what's in the game. It, like Little Nightmares, spends a lot of time on like, here's the main character in kind of like an imagined circumstance in like one room doing this one thing. And yes, Sally Face mostly takes place all in like one apartment room. But I feel like that is closer to what the game Sally Face is. You do spend a lot of time just, investigating the same apartments at different points, in your life for different clues or crimes or things like that. So we actually were more faithful to Sally Face the game than we were to Franbo the game. I think that's part of that, like, if you have something too whimsical with too many weird creatures and monsters and, magical cats and stuff, you're going to have a harder time translating that for film than something that's a little grungier, more realistic, like Sally Face, where you have a bunch of kids in an apartment that's kind of haunted and humans are committing crimes. You can do that much more easily. Anyway, good question. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you guys think, because those two did not fight each other in the Battle Royale.
They did
We'll never
not.
know. We'll never know which one actually everybody thinks is better. Okay. Other questions.
What is your favorite class in TF2? Asks Will Jones. Who do you like to play in TF2?
I don't like to play TF2.
Oh boy!
Oh, but I can't answer this. I personally like the Scout a lot because he's so mobile, but I find him incredibly frustrating because he can't take damage. So in that regard, I think I do better with either Soldier or with the Heavy. But Heavy's so slow. Oh, I just remembered how slow he is. He's painfully slow. He can't get anywhere. He gets knifed by spies so easily. I don't know, you guys have a...
I've never played TF2.
Okay. From what you know of the characters, though. Is the medic your favorite?
Clearly the medic is my favorite because everyone's shouting medic, medic, medic. It sounds like exactly the way I want to play.
That's exactly what I want.
It's like playing Overwatch and playing Mercy and having everyone be like, oh, I need heals. Where are my heals?
Mm-hmm.
I need healing.
Yeah. Demo Man's pretty cool actually too, but I don't feel like I use him to the proper extent. Do you have any kind of like a leaning for one class or another?
I'm not even gonna pander. I'd rather play Overwatch.
Okay. Do you have I was thinking because I'm like, you can kind of compare some of them to Overwatch characters, which I do think is a better game. It's got more diversity in the characters. And I was like, is there like a type of character that you play D.Va a lot. So D.Va is closer to like the Heavy.
Yeah, but D.Va can jet out of there.
I was gonna say she solves the problem I just had with Heavy, which is he's so slow and he's like
D.Va
takes
can
forever.
Jet out of there and jet in and jet out, and
she takes like damage like a dude, a dude in a heavy outfit, bald with a minigun, but she gets so much more mobility, like the Scout with a double jump. So it's crazy
the
how
Heavy
much
is
better
probably
she is.
more equivalent to Reinhardt. But even then, Reinhardt's got that dash
Yeah, he does.
that he could theoretically use to escape.
Yeah, straight up the Heavy in TF2
So-
just needs something that moves him faster, and he unfortunately doesn't have much. Yeah. Well, we just made enemies again, so that's okay. All we do today is make enemies in the ball pits.
No, we're like making them out of balls. We're like,
Yes,
here's
we're
our
adding
enemy's
enemies
head,
to our ball
and
pit.
oh no!
Do we have any other questions? It is coming up 1 o'clock, so we want to.
It is. I've seen a couple people asking for like Fortnite musicals and things like that. I just want to reiterate, if you're looking for a musical based on any of your favorite games, go search our YouTube channel. We have over 100 musicals. Fortnite is one of them.
This doesn't even have to be manual. Just go to youtube.com, type random encounters and then the name of the game, and see what comes up. Because I promise you, if you type random encounters Fortnite, there will be a video. It'll get delivered right to you, right there in the top search result, and you'll go, oh wow, the random encounters Fortnite musical. It might help to put random encounters song Fortnite.
It's got this guy in it.
I'm in it, and you're in it,
I'm in it.
and you.
I almost get hit by a car. I think that's all I'm in it.
Yeah, you were filming it mostly, weren't you?
Uh,
So yeah. Take a look. Do that.
CC Conway wants to know, do you ever rewatch your old musicals and come up with a new idea for it?
Ooh.
I feel like somebody else asked something about, like, is there a musical that you don't like of yours or something? And I wondered, is there any musical that, like, you would redo at this point differently?
Yes, I can come up with one right off the top of my head. Because we often do have branching paths, and we have to make a decision which direction we want to take it. So, for example, there was a different idea for the ending of Tetris the Musical. If you haven't seen Tetris the Musical, check it out. It's animated. It's actually really cool. But there comes a point where they try to convince the bad guy, the Z Block, who's the troublemaker, to join them and help them, create the perfect stack, basically. And what we decided to do was he gets convinced, he jumps in, and they're all like, yeah, we win, we're great now, and they're all friends. Because we were trying to make it, more acceptable for kids. The alternative idea that we had that we really should have just made as a alternate ending and released and made people go like, what? I can't believe they did that. Was he jumps into the stack. They convince him oh, join us. He jumps in and then they all disappear like the blocks in Tetris, and there's only little pieces of them left over and then they're screaming and it's horrifying and what have you done? I'm like, that would be kind of hilarious. It would be kind of dark. But it was the first idea we actually had. We were like, oh, that's obviously what should happen. Then we're like, that sounds kind of like trouble. Maybe we shouldn't do that. People will get unsettled by it and stuff. So we went with the family-friendly one. But honestly, I don't think it's actually as good. I think ending more dramatically, kind of like hitting the heavy and the medic with a train at the end of You and Me. Sometimes that's funnier, and that is actually a better ending. So other people have said that too, that they're like, you should have just done the thing where a bunch of them disappear and there's just pieces of them left and they're screaming, and then you just end it and you're like, oh, happy music. So that's a different idea we didn't do, but we could have.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Any other answers for that one? Or who do you have in your hand?
I have Dark Dragon GTX in my hand, who sent us a super chat. Thank you. He also has a fun question.
Okay.
Which is, for all of us, if we could cosplay any Overwatch character, who would we be and why? Mine's easy. I actually got to be Mei for our Overwatch musical, and that Mei costume was so much fun. The boots are amazing. The coat is amazing. You feel like a little... I don't know. It's like an oversized ice climber, and you get to go everywhere. It's so fun. I love it.
Like if the ice climbers grew up. Oh, not even a good throw. Oh,
Sorry,
no.
I got too excited about being an oversized ice climber.
You threw like an oversized ice climber. I keep threatening to be McCree one day, but not wear pants. So then go, it's thigh nude, and then pull my poncho up and show
get kicked out of whatever
my thighs. But I'm like, it's perfect. You get to go, it's thigh nude, and you get to creep everybody out. You wear fishnets or something. It'll be weird. I probably won't ever do it.
I won't let him do that, guys.
I do like McCree,
I won't
though.
let him do that.
Maybe I'll just cosplay McCree and I'll say it, and I'll hand people chicken thighs
I'm gonna
instead.
throw up in
There
the
we go. Much better.
It's thigh nude. Yeah, I'll grill for people. That's great.
It's like pies.
Pie, is that who you cosplay?
No. I've already been Reaper. I was Reaper on Overwatch.
Oh, you want to be Diva, don't you? You're going to cosplay Diva.
That sounds like a pain.
I think we all want Nate to cosplay Diva.
I could easily
I think.
cosplay as Diva. All it takes is buying that skin tight suit and wearing it like a creeper.
It's true. There's a lot of those available.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. My body type would pull off Roadhog. But in terms of fun costumes, I feel like Reinhardt would be fun.
Oh,
That would
Reinhardt
be fun.
Oh, like Brigitte would be fun.
That'd be so bulky, though.
It would be very bulky.
But okay. Here's a question from Austin Davis. Question: Gwen, can you make a beautiful anime musical? Then, can you make it with the YouTubers Corey X Kenshin, and DA Games, and Jacksepticeye?
Well, I'd have a really hard time making it without AJ's help. So first of all, I'd need to get him on board.
Okay, so if I got on board,
I
could
need
you
to
make
get this guy on board.
Could you make it an anime musical?
We've done a couple anime-ish musicals.
What?
Senpai Notice Me was my first musical ever, and it's anime-ish.
It
What-
plays
is it-
with the trope of.
Is it animated? Do they mean?
Oh, did they mean animated?
I don't know.
Oh, I can't make an
know.
animated anything.
I don't know. There's not really an anime that I would jump to try and make a musical about right now. I'll be honest. It's not, we have so many games that we've never gotten to. But if you're looking for one that's kind of half anime, half game, like Just Monica, that's fun. That's like a game, but it also plays a little like an anime. So there are definitely things that split the difference. I'd consider those, but I want to make sure they're games.
I think, yeah. I mean, there are. I just had a thought where I was like, oh, Fruits Basket could be a really hilarious song because Fruits Basket plays a lot with the fact that like they all have a curse, and if they get hugged by the opposite gender, they turn into an animal.
Oh, that does sound fun.
And so there's a
actually.
lot of like, it's if you get touched by the opposite
Yeah.
gender, and it often happens where like someone hugs someone by accident, and then all of a sudden it poofs, and they're like holding a dog, and they're like, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh no.
That would make a hilarious song, and I kind of want it now. But we do video games, so somebody else should make that, and I will love it.
Well, I think that Doki Doki Literature Club song that we released like over a year ago
It's true.
was a good option for an anime song. And if you haven't seen
like
it,
that one.
go Google Just Monica, a Doki Doki Literature Club song, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, this is in the same vein though. Cosplay Squad asks, would you rather have anime hair or an anime-ish voice? I like how they had to couch the voice thing. I would rather have the hair.
Voice.
Hair.
Oh,
Hair.
voice.
Do the hair.
Voice. The voices are like, there's a reason we have voice actors, we don't have hair actors.
I'd probably do voice because I enjoy being bald. I don't like having a lot of hair.
Yeah.
So if I was like that gruff bald anime guy, like, dogs like this.
Yeah, right.
Very deep and gravity.
Anime voice acting is like some of my favorite voice acting. They're all so
Like,
distinctive.
Yeah.
But you could have like hair that defies gravity
I
and
don't
is
want
like the
hair.
coolest color.
There's a reason I don't have hair. It's because I don't want it.
All right, well, we're clearly divided, and I'm clearly right.
This is a house clearly divided.
The other part of the other question that we didn't answer was working with Jack or DA Games or Corey X Kenson. We have worked with one of those people. You have to watch Cuphead the musical to find out which, though. As for working with the others, someday maybe. We don't have collabs exactly on the docket right now to be working with.
If the opportunity came up and we had a really good project, we would do it.
Yeah.
Probably, in all likelihood. A lot of the times getting other YouTubers to come and do work with us means getting them to take a break from what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that always makes me a little sad to be like, hey, stop what you're doing for a second and come over here and help us
Oh yeah,
with
you
ours.
cost their fans content, so you have to be smart about how often you're doing it and who you're doing it to.
So, like I said, if a good opportunity comes up for us and for them, where everyone has the time and everyone's excited about it, it is a possibility.
Yeah. So, just to reiterate, I know we'll probably hit one more question before we sign off, but if you want us to make a musical about your favorite game, please, first step is go Google. I say Google. Go on YouTube. Go to youtube.com. Type in your favorite game's name and type random encounters after it and see if we already did it. Because you might think we didn't, and you might be wrong. We've done like over 100 of them. So if
For
you can make a list of
instance?
100, if you listed 100 of your favorite games, would some of them be on our list? Probably.
If they're like Overwatch, then yes, we have an Overwatch musical. If it's Fortnite, yes, we have a Fortnite musical. If it's Cuphead, we have a Cuphead musical. If it's FNAF, we have a FNAF musical. If it's... We have them all.
Super Mario.
Super
If it's
Mario.
Pac-Man, if it's Angry Birds, you'd be shocked.
If it's Tetris.
If it's Pong,
If it's Pong, you might be shocked.
you'll
Yeah.
definitely be shocked.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot. So always start there, and you can reach out to us on social media or something if you have a good suggestion, or even a YouTube comment. We do read them.
A lot.
In fact, we're going to be reading more of them, I think, this week, aren't we?
We are. Do we want to tell them what video they can be commenting on if they want?
Sure. Do it.
So our Sonic musical movie trailer, whatever we called that.
It was called Sonic the Musical, actually. And it was designed to look like a movie trailer for the movie. And I think it turned out better than the movie trailer for the movie. So,
It came out in
A+.
February. Sonic, Eggman, Amy. And if you leave a comment on there, we will be reading comments later this week and answering them. And if you leave a comment, it just might be yours.
it's true. Okay, so we'll get one more question in.
One
And then
more
we'll-
question. Aw.
What other question? I'm trying to remember if there's any other announcements we're supposed to get to. Like I said, our birthday's coming up, June 7th. We will be doing something for it. We're not sure yet what the details are. So follow us on social media. We'll be announcing it on Instagram and Twitter and things like that. And maybe it'll show up in videos. Conventions. You got a convention coming up in July. If you want to see us in Connecticut, we can't wait to be there and see you guys. If you want to buy merch like shirts, they're down in the description. And I think you should also start following us on Spotify because we're talking about adding more music onto Spotify, but it'll be potentially more instrumental tracks. We haven't worked out the details yet. It's something we've talked about. A lot of you have been asking for it. So people that like doing like karaoke or singing our songs, doing covers, that would be really helpful to you guys. So we're talking about it. You can follow our Spotify page and listen for free to our music. And maybe we'll be adding some instrumental music. There actually are instrumentals of stuff like FNAF the Musical. I just
There
realized.
are.
Yeah, FNAF,
FNAF.
Venus, Phoenix Wright. Yeah, anything we released an album
Sonic.
for. Sonic, yeah. So there's like 3-4 musicals out there already that you can get instrumentals for from our Spotify. And you don't have to pay for them. They're just free.
We have our last question.
Yes!
Do you want to read it?
Sure. Sorry, Johnny. Catherine Blanchett asks, what is your favorite game you haven't made a musical of?
You asked this a week too late, Catherine, because Super Mario Brothers was like the perfect answer for me. And now we just made it, and now I have to come up with a totally different answer. We shouldn't have released the musical last week. We need to hang on to it. Oh,
That's not how that works.
All right, I'll keep thinking. You guys go ahead.
Haven't made a musical on. We've made a lot.
Made a lot. It's true.
And I'm like, I like playing Overwatch. We have an Overwatch. I mean, Guild Wars 2 probably. I don't play as much as I used to, but I had like a maxed out of every single profession in Guild Wars 2 for a while. They're not maxed out anymore.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What?
But I that's a really fun world, and I love dungeon crawling in that. It's awesome. So I'll go with Guild Wars 2.
Okay.
We don't have a good dungeon crawl musical.
It's true. There was 1 or 2 generic like RPG kind of games that musicals that we talked about doing.
I was gonna say, I feel like you've had like Diablo on a list as a potential one at
Yeah,
some point,
it's true.
Yeah.
which is dungeon crawling.
Would Diablo make your list?
No.
No.
I like Diablo, but
Don't want to see a musical about
I
it.
don't really care to see a musical about it.
Oh. Okay.
I might go with Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste
You've been
was a really
campaigning.
fun new game. Well, it's because like my favorite games of all time. I think I'm like, well, it's like Zelda, and like, we've done Zelda, but I'm like, Celeste was a really fun, awesome platforming indie game that's only a few years old with great art and music. So let's say that.
Okay. I was like, does Splatoon count? Because we did If I Was an Inkling, but I'm like, it's based on Smash Brothers.
You're
Yeah.
walking a thin line.
All right, so I think the follow-up that we definitely haven't done... Oh, no, we kind of did. I was going to say Kirby, and then I realized we have a Meta Knight song, and I'm like, does that count? We've never had Kirby himself, like, show up, I feel like. And yet... Oh, this is so much harder. Maybe Mega Man, then? We haven't done Mega Man. There is no Mega
have
Man
not done
song.
Mega Man.
And we've talked about doing Mega Man before. We've even had pitches. That's assuming that all the Mario spin-off games don't count, because we've talked about Mario Party, and I think that would make a really fun musical. My favorite game of all time is Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. We got to reference that repeatedly in the Mario musical because I'm just such a huge fan of it. But I saw somebody throw out Kingdom Hearts. I've never played it, but I want to play it. I want to enjoy it, and I think I will. So maybe in the future my answer will change to Kingdom Hearts, because we have not done a Kingdom Hearts song yet. Yeah. Excellent question. We'll keep working on answers for that one, because we're going to keep making musicals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every month.
Yeah.
New one.
Maybe even
Until
some of our
we
favorites.
die.
Until we die. At some point, we'll be like 80 or 90 years old sitting in a ball pit being like, I can't get out. Help me.
I pooped myself.
I poop.
We're gonna be like pitching games about old people so we can still play the characters.
Well, hopefully you guys will be 80 or 90 years old sitting at your computer still watching us, too.
Aw, that would be nice.
That would be cool. Let's make a date, okay? When we're all 80 or 90 years old, we're all going to come back and we're all going to watch each other on YouTube. Watch each other. That's not how
That
it works
sounds
at all.
so creepy.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Oh.
Guys, thank you for joining us today in the live chat. We had a lot of fun. We do these once a month. I don't know when the next one is, but it will be the beginning of June. Followed very closely by our birthday, I think.
Yes.
Yes! I'm excited
Hang on.
for it.
I can come up with a date.
All right, we'll get a date. And remember, if you want to Support us on Patreon. That's a good option, and you can get little updates or things like that. You can buy merch from us if you want to support us like that. You could just go listen to music for free or watch our videos for free here on YouTube or Spotify. Those are good options too to support us.
So we'll be back here on a live stream on June 1st.
June 1st. Wow, bright and early in June, huh?
Uh-huh.
The perfect day to wish everyone a happy birthday in June.
And then our birthday will be the next Friday on the 7th. And we'll be doing
Yeehaw.
something at that point too.
Ooh. Don't forget that Battle Royale. It's going on, and there's going to be a video up tomorrow, but it will be secret to everybody except for people that come to the community tab. So go check out who won this week in tomorrow's video. We can't wait. We're going to be filming the ball pit later today, actually, for that.
Definitely check out our YouTube community tab. It is the only place that you will see things about our Battle Royale until our birthday, probably. I don't know. Check it out. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. All right, we're going to get out of here. You ready? And then we're going to read some names as we sign off. All right, we're going to do a quiet beard salute so we don't hurt the microphone, okay?
Oh, poor
A
Mikey.
responsibly enthusiastic but toned back beard salute. All right, here we go. Beard salute. Woo! Sorry for your headphones anyway. Let's see. Cobra 33. Into the hoop. No, not quite.
Dark Dragon GTX.
Busy Brit. Nope. not
Joden
even.
Gauk.
Yeah. Are we done? We're not done?
We're not done.
We're not